Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. I need to talk to y'all for a minute. Come a little closer. I need to holler at you. Are you listening? Please hush. Hush. Just shut it up. Please. Because we do not care. We think y'all are crazy. Will Smith has a new book that just came out in November of 2021. No, I haven't read it. It supposedly have all these revelations that he's bringing to light. But I've seen clips from several reviews that people have made. It already sounds kind of weird and kind of fake to me because they ain't gonna tell you the real truth. They are into some sick and twisted shit, especially Jada. Now, something in the book that just recently came to my attention is the part that he allegedly wrote about how he was tortured and jealous of Jada's connection with Tupac. A dead man? Seriously? He was tortured by a dead man, Will? A man that Jada was supposedly never sexually involved with, never had a romantic relationship with, and you were jealous of that? And Tupac was dead? So let me just read this. This is supposedly what's in Will's book, titled Will. In the beginning of our relationship, my mind was tortured by their connection. He was Pac, and I was me. I hated that I wasn't what he was in the world, and I suffered a raging jealousy. I wanted Jada to look at me like that. If she chose me over Tupac, there was no way I could be a coward. I have rarely felt more validated. Excuse me, say what? Then it goes on to say, I was in a room with Tupac on multiple occasions, but I never spoke to him, he wrote. The way Jada loved Pac rendered me incapable of being friends with him. I was too immature. Now that part was somewhat understandable because most men don't usually want to be buddy-buddy with a guy that they know that their wife or their woman has had a deep love for or a relationship with, but supposedly Jada didn't have a intimate relationship with Tupac. But maybe, possibly, she always wanted that type of relationship with Tupac, but it just hadn't worked up to that when he passed. So Tupac could have possibly been the man of her dreams, because he was definitely the man of mine at one time. So it could possibly be that Will thinks that Tupac is the man that Jada really, really wanted to be with, but she kind of settled for Will because Will was more safe and secure. I can believe that. I don't think Jada would have ever desired to be with Will had he not pursued her. I think the way and when he pursued Jada, I think it was at a time in her life when she was probably questioning her celebrity. Maybe the movie roles weren't coming as quickly, or maybe she was questioning whether she even wanted to still be an actress, because I know on her Red Table Talk, when her and Will spoke, she was saying when Will called her and said, hey Jada, you with somebody? And she said, no. And he said, oh, well, you with somebody now. And she said, okay. And notice when she said her response to Will was, okay. She said, with my dumb ass, like, that was the stupidest decision she could have made. Because I think she told Willow that before he had called and said that to her, that she had made her mind up that she was going to go live like in the country and be on a farm or something like that. But then Will called and told her, oh, I'm your man now. And she said, okay, and she got up and went to Will. So I don't think that he was the type of guy that she would have chosen to be with had he not pursued her. I think Jada and I are close to the same age. And I remember hearing Will's rap songs on the radio and then seeing him on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I thought he was cute, but I thought he was corny. He was just this cute, corny rapper that had his own TV show. And Jada herself even said that she thought he was corny when she made an appearance on Keenan Ivory Wayans' talk show a long time ago, and she talked about when her and Will met, and she said that also she thought he was corny. So no, Will ain't never been Jada's type at all. And with him saying that he was jealous of Tupac before, even after he was dead, speaks volumes. And plus, I think he carried over some insecurities from his first marriage because Cherie didn't want him either. He even said on the Red Table Talk that Cherie wanted the divorce and he wasn't going to give it to her. And she made the statement, oh, so you're going to do that? You're going to make somebody stay with you that don't love you? So I believe that Will carried over some insecurities from his first marriage, from Cherie not wanting him as well. And I don't believe Will is very good in bed. And Jada is a show enough freak. And I don't think that's in Will. Because I don't think that Will is very much into intimacy with women like that. Because I think Will has possibly been touched. Can we say Benny Medina? And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, moving on. What I get from Jada is Jada was probably a hood chick that probably was attracted to the thug. The thug, the street rappers, not the parents just don't understand. Not those kind of rappers. But that Jada's a snake. Jada is slick and she's calculated. They need to turn that damn Red Table over and go home. Because I can't believe any woman would listen to some advice from Jada Pinkett Smith. Can we say August Alsina? When it came out that Jada was having a sexual relationship with August Alsina, that's when I knew that I knew she's a straight up con. Remember when she first came out with Red Table Talk? Who was one of her first guests on the show? August Alsina. I think the topic was addictions. She had that young man on one of her first Red Table Talk shows speaking on his drug addiction, knowing good and damn well she was sleeping with him. And I think Will's sister was on the same show talking about her being addicted to weed or something. But she sit there and was talking to August like, yeah, I was so concerned about you and I just wanted you to stop. And he was like, yeah, just the fact that you care so much. And the way he was looking at her, I said, He was like, just that you care so much. It just made me want to just get help when somebody care about you so much like that. Jada had done whipped it on that boy something so tough, he was wrapped around her little finger. He was looking at her with loving eyes on that show. I just couldn't put my finger on it right then. Then she sat there on that same show and said, well, I kind of at one time was going through a sex addiction. And look at August's face when she said that. He said, yeah. He was the therapy for her sexual addiction. And she was using that young man for some sexual healing. Oh yes, she was. And remember, go back to her Instagram. Oh no, I forgot. She deleted the whole page and started over. Oh, she blocked me. Because I told her just what I felt about her taking advantage of that young man at the most vulnerable time in his life. But anyway, I digress. But there is a video of her when she offers to take her mom to this vaginal rejuvenation place so her mom can have hers rejuvenated as well. And she says how much it helped her. And she said, oh, my yoni is like a 16-year-old's now. So when everything came out about her and August Alsina, that took me back to that video. And have y'all seen what August is packing? Oh yes, that young man is packing. He knocked it out of whack. He laid a whammy on Jada's yoni. That was the real reason she had to go get it rejuvenated. Because August was something to handle. My. Ooh-wee. When I saw that, I have to keep in mind myself how much younger that man is. Because baby, anyway, okay, back to what I'm saying. That was the reason she had to have herself rejuvenated. Because August, she needed to be able to put it on August. And oh, she put it on. It's really sad how she played with that young man's mind, because he really believed that they were gonna be together. She knew she was using him just as her little boy toy. She knew that she would never leave Will. But August fell in love, and he wanted more and more and more of Jada. He wanted a full-blown relationship with Jada. And when he said that Will gave him his blessing, I believe him. And you know why Will gave him his blessing? Because Will knows he can't satisfy Jada. Jada knows Will can't satisfy her. Then once August did the interview with Angela Yee and put it all out there for the world to know and see, oh, that's when she said she was bringing herself to the red table. And she really tried to minimize what she did to that young man, because what she did was take advantage of her son's friend when he was sick. That's what she did, because August came over as Jaden's friend. That's how she met him. So even when she said she was bringing herself to the red table, she didn't tell the whole truth about the way that the shit went down. She actually took advantage of that young man. And Will knows she did. Because how can you as a 50-year-old woman say, then me and Og, we kind of got into a little entanglement. It was simply a situation of her taking advantage of someone who was much younger than her in a vulnerable state. He was drug addicted and he was sick. How sick can you get to take advantage of your child's friend that comes to you drug addicted and with an illness? I wanted her to tell the truth. How did it go from him coming to them, being sick and needing help, to her jumping on his penis? If it would have been a man that did the same thing to a young woman that Jada did to August, oh, he would have been counseled with the quickness. He would have been Me Too'd. He would be all over the news and the tabloids. If that had been Will that had slept with one of Willow's friends that came to their house in the same situation as August came to them, oh, there would be no book Will. There would be no more bad boy, nothing. Will would be Me Too'd. Will would probably be canceled by now. So I don't know why people don't give Jada the same energy that they would have given a man had a man done the same thing that she done to a young lady. And word on the street is that this ain't even her first time doing something like that. Word on the street is she also slept with one of the young men that was the lead of Criss Cross when he was a teenager and she was a grown-ass woman. So this might be a pattern for Jada. Will has done his dirt too. And Will has been with other women. Jada knows and she don't care. She doesn't care because she ain't into Will. Will don't do nothing for her. Will is simply safe stability for her. That's it. I remember when they first got married, how everybody was just looking at them as just the cutest couple. I thought they were a cute couple. It was like, oh, they have such a great marriage and those are marriage goals. To hell if they is. And they say they gonna stick it out. Bad marriage for life. When they say bad marriage for life, they're basically saying, we just gonna live together married, but we ain't living together as husband and wife. We ain't in love, but we just gonna stay married. Bad marriage for life. And that's why I say Will and Jada, both of y'all need to just shut up about your relationship or anybody else's relationship. But we don't want to hear any more about this so-called marriage y'all have, because that is not a marriage. That is just two people that are deciding to just stay married just for the sake of saying we stayed married. We not in love with each other, but damn it, we stayed married. We don't even sleep together, but we stayed married. We slept with other people, but we stayed married. Will was just more safe with his infidelities. He messed with grown women that knew how to stay quiet. That's why I say Jada and Will, please hush it up about y'all's relationship, your so-called bad marriage for life. We don't want to hear it no more. We just look at y'all and say, So that's my message to Will and Jada Smith. Just hush it up. We do not care.